EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martin here with your outlook for November 11th, 2020. Happy Veterans Day to all of my fellow veterans who served this nation honorably and selflessly. Make sure if you see a veteran today, you thank them for their service. And today will be one of those days that will be breaking the warmth that we've had over the last couple of days. We had some fantastic weather for actually what turned out to be 5 straight days of temperatures in the 70s and very warm. Some of you really like that and are trying to keep the cold away as much as possible, and others are saying, it's it's November now. It should be a little bit more autumn-like and cooler. So you'll those of you that are looking forward to that will get your wish as this cold front passes. We will have some rain with this. We haven't had rain in a while either, so it's been very dry. And the further south you go in our region, we'll see the higher amounts of rain. And it looks like there's some areas further south will get easily over an inch of rain here out of this. In some places over an inch and a half, but it's going to come in 2 waves. So the first wave is going to come through today. I think it's just primarily just cloudy this morning, a little bit breezy with the southwesterly winds kicking ahead of the cold front. So we're going to get warm temperatures again, even though it's going to be cloudy. You still have temperatures that are going to be close to the 70-degree mark, or maybe in some places slightly above that. Today, one last day before the cooler air settles in. And this is going to come in generally late morning to early afternoon from west to east, and I'll show you that here in a second with the NAM, but you will have periods of rain coming through with this that goes into the evening. Then you might get a little bit of a break, and there's a second wave that's going to move along this boundary and move through late overnight and into Thursday morning. So it's going to catch you again here, at least in the southeastern areas, and then further northwest, just a few showers going into Thursday morning. But I think most areas in the interior anyway will be done by noon on Thursday, and then areas further south and east could have a few lingering showers after that point. Down to our south here, if you look down to the south, this is what is left of Eta, and this is really the trends over the last couple of days here has been really to just almost dissipate this into absolutely nothing. Okay, so it did take that little trek to the north here, and it's going to kind of head toward that Big Bend or maybe Panhandle of Florida area, but it's not going to be anything at all, post-tropical depression here at that point by the time it gets to that point. We'll get to that in a second. And then we have the high-res future simulated radar for the NAM, and this is looking at 11 a.m. Just starting to get into our western counties, and sometimes the models, when we're showing this just coming in at 11, usually comes in a little bit earlier, favors in a little bit earlier than that. So we'll say about 10 o'clock or so, it gets into our far western counties out by State College, and then works its way eastward. So by the time you get to early afternoon, you have showers overspreading the eastern part of the state, and then maybe even like mid to late afternoon, it kind of comes into. It might wait until it gets to New Jersey and Delaware, but these are just showers. Could have some embedded heavier rain mixed in with that, and then this again will go into the evening hours here, and then you might get a little bit of lull of action here, where you just have maybe some spotty drizzle or a light shower still hanging around. And then wave 2 comes in. Here's the second wave coming in late in the overnight, and that's going to go into Thursday morning. But you can see areas to the further to the northwest here might not get anything at all from this, okay? But just in the middle here, you're looking at just showery kind of weather, and the heavier stuff's going to be further south and east. And that's where your heaviest rain for this entire event for wave 1 and 2 are going to be. Generally down in these areas right here. These are your biggest areas as far as rainfall is concerned from this system. Further northwest, more showery. You still can get, places like Harrisburg, Allentown, you can still get in the half-inch to 1-inch category. Maybe some areas get slightly higher than it, but I think most of it's going to be further south and east that you're going to see that rain come through. And then we get into Thursday morning. Here's this is looking at noon on Thursday, just about moving out. But you will have some lingering showers in our eastern areas that go into about early to mid-afternoon, and that pulls away. So that is our system on Thursday. Once that pulls away, that should be it. And then we have might even have some partial clearing in some spots in the far interior, far northwest. You might have some partial clearing very late in the day. That's still a possibility. Again, here's Eta. It's going to move northward along that boundary and just kind of collapse into nothing. Okay, so there's still a wave there, kind of an open wave, 1,016 millibars. There's some high pressure systems that are that strong, so that's really not much. And then as we move through the Friday, we're looking at partly cloudy skies and then mostly sunny here on Saturday. Temperatures are going to be dropping over the next 3 days after today. So still in the low 60s because that cold front didn't completely move through on Thursday. Once you get to Friday, you're probably in the 50s for highs, and then maybe lower 50s for highs here on Saturday with the mostly sunny conditions expected. And then overnight, you get an increase in clouds and some showers that may work in as early as late in the overnight, but more likely a few showers moving through during the course of the day here on Sunday. Not an all-day thing here, but it might go into Sunday evening. And that little wave here that was responsible for, or what was once Eta, will now be just an open wave and bring a few showers to the areas to our south here. It might clip South Jersey, Delaware on the way out of here. But this is, the rain that we're going to be getting on Sunday is not with those remnants. It's actually with a warm front associated with this low pressure moving through the eastern Great Lakes. All right, so Monday, we're expecting a trough to move in, so temperatures are going to be lowering. We're going to turn a little bit breezy here on Monday, and then even cooler here by the time we get to Tuesday with the trough settling in here. Temperatures in some areas might not get out of the 40s, but others will be looking at about 50 or 52-ish for highs here on Tuesday. So a couple cool days coming in. With this looks like another one of those transient troughs, though. It is not going to stick around too long, but it does look like we're having some return to cooler temperatures early next week, at least through the middle of next week. Then we might start to rebound a little bit once we get past that point. I'm EPA meteorologist Bobby Martrich. That is your outlook for November 11th, 2020. Have a great Wednesday.